So I'm going to start, okay? Because this is actually the third lesson we are doing chemical changes. I will not be going through all the slides once more, all right? But you will be given my slides, of course. All right, you'll be given the notes. Okay, some of the questions later I'll highlight to you are out of syllabus. So not to worry, if you can't do, don't panic yet. Okay, it's not time to panic yet. You will be told, okay, what are they, and then just ignore them. Remember, these are questions from the top schools. They like to include a lot of those higher level questions. They even take from A level as well and modify. That's why you are struggling with some of the questions. Okay, can you see my screen? If you can, give me a thumbs up. Can, Haresh can see now. Okay. Okay, look at the first question. Which statement does not describe dilute sodium hydroxide correctly? Okay, you're looking for a negative one. All right, you're looking for a negative one. So it's a does not describe. So sodium hydroxide is an alkali. So we know that things about alkali are, they turn red litmus paper blue. This happens all the time. Okay, they are corrosive. Okay, they can conduct electricity. All right, then we know that they react with acid to form salt and water. Okay, this is known as a neutralization reaction. Okay, this is the only reaction. And then commonly found, alkalis, commonly found in detergent. Okay, in soap, in hand wash, something like that. Okay, and then they are usually bitter and they feel very soapy. Okay, so these are the characteristics of alkali. All right, you have to remember, we covered this actually last lesson. Yeah, so if you recall, if you cannot recall, of course, you will be struggling with this question, right now. Okay, but then alkali, okay, they turn red litmus paper blue, they taste bitter. If you have tasted bitter gourd, this particular vegetable, bitter gourd, right? It is very bitter. When you test this bitter gourd with litmus paper, it will turn red litmus paper blue. Okay, another one will be cucumber, right? Cucumber, very little. So sometimes cucumber tastes very bitter, sometimes they do not. Generally, they do not, but bitter gourd is very bitter, okay, because of the alkali content inside. It's an edible type of alkali. Okay, it's corrosive. Remember, you're using it as detergent. Your detergent can be very strong detergent, right? It can actually burn your skin. Okay, so what is the thing that is not right here? In fact, it is A. When you have acid added to alkali, it's a neutralization reaction, no gas being produced. You only see, okay, the solution as it is because it is salt and water. What salt you receive is actually what kind of, depends on what kind of the alkali and the acid you put in. In this particular case, because it is sodium hydroxide, reacting with nitric acid. The salt name will then depend on, okay, the acid. There's an acid part and there's a metal part. If you recall, the metal part actually comes from the alkali. Okay, the alkali, this one is a metal hydroxide. So the metal here is sodium. Okay, and then because it is nitric acid, we will end up with a nitrate. So this is sodium nitrate plus water. Okay. Sodium nitrate is the salt that is formed. Okay, and then water definitely will be there. So we call this a neutralization reaction. Why neutralization? Okay, again, this is like a repeater. Okay, sodium hydroxide, pH is more than 7. Acid, pH is less than 7. When you have sodium nitrate and water, you get a neutral solution. Okay, so no more acidic, no more alkaline. Okay, they are just neutral substances formed. That's why we call it neutralization. Any question here? So one question, I can actually go through many things, right? Question 2. Table below shows pH of various liquids. Which of these liquids will give off hydrogen gas when added to magnesium ribbon? Magnesium ribbon, this is a metal. Okay, and then last lesson, we went through 3 reactions for acids. Cannot recall, I go through now. Okay, so acid reactions, you need to know 3 of them. First one is acid plus metal. Okay, and this is going to give you a salt. There will be water, and there will be hydrogen gas. This is the first general reaction of acid. Second one, acid plus metal carbonates. This gives you salt. Okay, hold on. I think the first one, we just don't take out. We just don't include the water. Okay, usually we just call it 2 product. Okay. This one can ignore the water. Okay, make it easier for you. Salt plus hydrogen gas. This one, 3 product. Salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. All right. Okay, this one I put down alkali or base. I'll explain a little bit later. But you don't have to know so many of this because a lot of these things will be covered only in Sec 3 or Sec 4. Okay, alkali and base. What are the differences between the two? Okay, base, for example, is this whole. Everything inside known as base, right? There's a certain portion of it. We call this the alkali. Only a group of them. Why? Because they are soluble in water. Generally, okay, bases are insoluble in water. So only those that are soluble, we call them alkalis. Okay, this one you have to remember. Haresh, are you having headache already? No, good. Okay, so in general, this is what you have. So in this case, they want you to find something that gives off hydrogen gas. This is the reaction we are looking at, the first reaction. Okay, the first reaction. So you need to find an acid. Find an acid to react with magnesium ribbon. So which of this is an acid? That will be just liquid A because pH is 2. All right. Okay, take note for the acids, right? pH is less than 7. Okay, question 2. Out of those who have done this, 2% got it wrong. All right. 2% got it wrong. Gerald, can understand now? Yeah, Gerald, there are a lot of things to remember for this topic. I'll be sending you the notes. Okay, once you have the notes, the slides, I think it's easier, a lot easier. Okay, so after the lesson, at the end of the lesson, right? Okay, especially those who are already in the class, those who sign up, right? You can get a copy of the notes. There are 2 sets of it, part 1 and part 2, for the last 2 lessons plus today's lesson. Okay, if there's anything extra to add in, I'll let y'all know later. Okay. Now, question 3 seems to be quite okay. I didn't see anybody getting it wrong. Okay, neutralization. It will be 3A. Okay, acid plus alkali gives you salt and water. It's known as neutralization. I explained in question 1 already. Acid pH is less than 7, alkali pH more than 7. When you add the 2 together, you get something of pH 7. All right, so that's why it's called neutralization reaction. Question 4. 4, no questions also. Everybody got it right. Okay, dilute sulfuric acid to form a gas and water as 2 of the products. So always try to remember. Okay, always try to remember, right? What did you learn in acid reaction? If I were to go back to this, you can see, okay, there are 3 general equations. It's talking about, okay, a gas and water, right? Okay, so which one will give you that? Okay, it should be zinc carbonate. Any question here? Question 5, if you can't do, 4 of you got it wrong. Okay, out of 5 persons who did it, right? 4 of you got it wrong. And why is that so? Because this is not supposed to be in the syllabus. Okay. All right, so you only learn about this, learn about the preparation. Okay, you learn about the preparation with this kind of setup, okay, in your book, only in Sec 3 or Sec 4. Okay, why do I always say Sec 3 or Sec 4? Because some schools will teach acid, bases, and salt in Sec 3. Some schools choose to teach it in Sec 4. All right? Not in your syllabus, take it out. Hiron, I saw you frown a little bit, okay? So are you familiar with questions like this? Let me see. Question 6, in fact, you got it right. Okay, this is really not in your syllabus. This is, in fact, for pure chemistry. All right, this question will come up for pure chemistry. How many of you are aiming to do pure sciences? Anyone here? You can give me a thumbs up or you can type in the chat box. Let me know, okay? Yeah, okay. Now, sorry, Haresh, I didn't see your responses. Do you know that the chat just came out only now? 1 second ago. Yeah, I saw your what you typed in now. Only at this time. Okay, something is not right with Zoom today. Seems like all of you seems to be very frozen. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Any glitches?
No.
No, okay. I see all your faces frozen, not moving, you know. Yeah. So I thought y'all cannot hear me. Okay. Good. So I saw some responses. Okay, there are people here who wants to do pure chemistry, pure physics. Yeah. Pure biology, nobody said. Okay, but pure bio